Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome to the space between ideas. I'm your host, Blaine Gates. Doubtless that you have seen the first video and you went down to the comment section. Well, not quite to the comment section, the description section. Okay, so it says if you're a business owner, a manager, or a startup company, please click the link below and fill out a questionnaire. And here's the link. It's a Google form. If you have a team, we can discuss direct outcomes checklists in a video conference call with as many as 3 team members. Okay, so that means like, you know how you have 4 boxes in a Zoom call? Like once you get to 6 boxes or 8 boxes, it's like, a few too many people. But I think 4 boxes could work. Also, we could have a good discussion with 4 boxes. Um, If you are chosen as a live YouTube collaborator, please be prepared to contribute a minimum of 10 hours over 10 to 20 video interviews that will be posted on this channel and will run live. Okay, so, we don't necessarily have to do the videos live, especially the first few, because, maybe you'd like to get used to the idea of being a YouTube sensation. Um, but eventually it would be nice to go live so that people can participate. And so as we discuss different topics and as we go through the direct outcomes checklists, there will also be people that can offer their ideas and share in the discussion. All right, so let's meet once or twice a week and get through these checklists together. All right, so now I've clicked the link. This is what happens when you click the link. Project questionnaire, follow prompts, are your ideas. All right, so add your email there. Now I've already started a questionnaire myself, so I'm going to delete this one, and we can just start with this one. All right, so my email address. Now the thing is about people, everyone's different, and thinking is difficult. That's the whole point. The space between ideas, the space, the space between your ears, your brain. Is the whole concept of this channel is to think, and thinking is difficult, and it can almost be embarrassing, I guess. Like, I mean, I've been embarrassed when I have been working with people and been going through checklists with them, and we just sit there and look at each other and how do we answer these questions? How do we get through this? Thinking is difficult. You'll soon find out as you watch this channel and as you see people working through these create crucial insight direct outcomes checklists. You will find that it's a difficult process. So if you are just absolutely dying and you're trying to get through this questionnaire, but it's just too difficult or you're not sure what to do, send me an email. Space dot between dot ideas at gmail.com. All right, now here you go. So I've already started this page, key performance indicators. Now this is how well do you understand your project or business? Now the purpose of this questionnaire is to make sure that you have the ability to get through the most basic checklist. All right, so the central piece of this book. Okay, so here's Tom's book, Dr. Thomas J. Buchholz. There are 11 checklists. Okay, so his book, it's called Create Crucial Insight, Use Direct Outcomes Checklists, Think Well and Do Great. All right, so this thought bubble in the middle, that is representative of the idea of think well. And this big smile on his face is do great. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to think well and do great. I'm going to help you to think. Dr. Buchholz helped all of us with his checklists. Let's think and think well so we can do great. And there are 11 checklists. Okay, so you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes. And I know just by looking at the icon, I could tell you probably all of these. And the first one that we're going to talk about is this one here. It's called state progress. You can see each step of the way you're going to make progress. Remember last video I said the old method was Stephen Covey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Begin with the end in mind. Okay, so this top step is the end, and then first things first, begin with the first step. But Stephen Covey, he didn't tell us those steps. He didn't tell us exactly what that first step is and what that second step is and what that next step. What are the steps? All he said was first things first. All right. What about the second thing? Here we go. So now this is a peek into the book, chapter 9, State Progress. Use the State Progress checklist, plan and manage services, programs, and projects. Envision new products and services. Develop marketing themes. Figure 25 depicts the checklist. All right, figure 25, it's right there, State Progress. So first we start with the endeavor. Okay, so what is my endeavor? What am I trying to do here? Okay, so my endeavor, I would say, if we go back to these KPIs, these key performance indicators. All right, so I'm trying to develop an audience on YouTube, and I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers within the next 3 months. Is it realistic? Who knows? But if I did that, I would feel pretty good. On August 8th, mid-August, 3 months from now, if I wake up and I look on my YouTube channel and there's 1,000 subscribers, then I can tell everyone, hey guys, guess what? Fantastic. We've reached the first project, our first endeavor together. All right, number 2, help people improve their business performance. Now, this is going to be kind of difficult to gauge, like 1,000 subscribers within 3 months. That's very clear. Subscribers, YouTube subscribers. Let's make it subscribers. It's very clear, but helping people improve their business performance, like that's not very clear. Can you be more specific? Okay, so I'm having a hard time already with my questionnaire. Number 3, develop a software system behind consulting. Huh? What's that all about? Interesting. Okay, so let's click next. All right, now, but that's basically, these key performance indicators, that's my endeavor. Like what I'm trying to do here with this endeavor is I am trying to develop a system so that people can work through these direct outcomes checklists, so they can think well and do great. I read Tom's book and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. This has really helped me in my life. Now, I'd like to help other people. And guess what? I can do it absolutely free. I'm just asking you to show your face on YouTube and talk about your business. Now think about it. As you talk about your business, maybe there's some people they don't want to make their face public. They don't want to make their business public. But then on the other hand, there's other people who are very happy to discuss their business. And actually, in the process of discussing their business, other people will also benefit, because they will be able to see new ideas and they will be able to share. All right, so now let's go through these steps. Okay, so you can see these are the steps. Now, later in the book, actually on the next page, Tom says when you are working, well, let's just go to it right here. All right, so for activities, people can make plan downward and work upward use of the checklist. Generally, activities higher on the list depend on results from activities lower on the list. Okay, so what does it mean? Plan downward and work upward. Plan and work. Plan and work. All right, so right now we are making a basic plan. Okay, so we're going to start with the top one, discuss reuses. Then next we're going to talk about outcomes. Next we're going to talk about actions and plans and scenarios and assumptions and interactions and motivations and reuse. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. This video is going to take forever. I better do this quicker. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's start with reuses, foster reuses. Let's go back to questionnaire. Now, I've designed this questionnaire based on his checklist. So that's the whole point. If you can't fill out even the basic checklist, then you know that you need some help. All right. If you are unable, now if you do not submit, like you can put your email in, like look. So as you can see, I've entered my there we go. Yeah, I can make my face bigger. Whoa. Hello. I think small's okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've already put my email in to the into this email, and I've clicked next. Now, for you guys who are like, I don't want to give him my email. What's going on here? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Check it out. So look, here is where I received the responses, and here's all the questions. You can see the questions right here. And look, the responses, there's still zero responses. That means just because you put your email address into the first page, it does not collect your email until you have submitted the questionnaire. So feel free to go through it on your own and on your own time. Relax, enjoy. Um, all right, so here we go. So we got the KPIs. That's to understand our endeavor. Next, our reuses. Okay, so here we go. So this is how we connect. Imagine a future after you have succeeded with the current stage of your project or business. We're talking about reuses. All right, and if we go into Tom's book, so let's see, foster reuses. Extend success by using in other endeavors aspect of the endeavor. So now what it's talking about, what this means is at some point I will succeed. Okay. What am I going to succeed at? I'm going to succeed at my endeavor. What's my endeavor? Well, it's a 3-month project. I'd like to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I'd like to help people improve with their business performance. I'd like to develop the software system behind the consulting. Okay. So what happens after I achieve those things? All right, so I've already filled out some of these things. So here, so customers, related to people, customers, I will be able to work with even more people for free, both for free on YouTube and also by contract with successful and interesting companies. All right, so that's talking about, some people, they probably don't want to share everything that they're doing in their business on YouTube. I'm happy to help you. Number two, providers. All right, so what is this? Customers, providers. Where did I come up with these ideas? All right, so that goes back to Tom's checklists. All right, so all of these checklists are connected to this state progress checklist. Okay, so the first one, reuses. What is connected to reuses? Although you can't see it here, it's this one right here. So there's another checklist called state synergies, and that is connected to reuses. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about your customers, your providers, your peers, and other synergies. And then this little square that goes around it is talking about change over time. All right. Then this one is called state impact. All right. Or at least I think it's state impact. Now this one down here is state drive. All right. All of these things, all of these, and down here we got state resources. All right. And each one of the checklists are connected with one of the themes of the state progress checklist. Okay, let's go back. So I put customers and providers, and also resources. What kind of resources? All right, who's the provider? So YouTube is one of my providers. They're providing this place where we can share our experiences with business and discuss how we can move forward. And I would guess that after 3 months that they will start to promote my video content because of the engagement with my target audience. That's the reuse. Resources. I would like to develop an app so that people can plan their businesses and projects without having to work with a business coach. I'd like to develop an online course and corporate workshops. Oh no, now you know it all. You know everything I'm trying to work towards. But that's the whole point. This is a YouTube channel for people to go through step by step. What do you want? And then once you have that target, I was watching this Jordan Peterson video yesterday. Uh-oh, some people don't like Jordan Peterson. Anyways, the idea is that you put a target out there and then you go for it. Okay, so here's my target, and I'm going to go for it. And if you'd like to go for your targets, come on, I'll help you with it. Let's make it clear. Let's make it precise. Anyways, you know what I mean. All right, let's click the next one. Okay. So, all right, number two. So we move down to outcomes. What are we talking about with outcomes? Recognize outcomes. Realize impact that the endeavor has. Realize impact that the endeavor has. What is the impact? All right, let's see what it says over here. Okay, imagine a future where you can appreciate achievement. All right, so what in my case, we're talking about 3 months into the future. And what is that future going to look like? All right, describe the results that have to happen for you to say you've been successful. Fantastic. Okay, so I've reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. At least two people have gone through 80% of the checklists by mid-August. Yeah, so that's within 3 months on YouTube. All right, so we got two people that have gone through 80% of the checklists. So that means we got to start pretty soon. One new pay-to-play client. One new client. One new pay to play, pay to play, pay to play. All right, so pay to play. That means that somebody says, "Hey, Blaine, I've been watching your YouTube stuff. I think it's great. I like you. You're a great guy. Your hair is a little bit crazy, but I know that's because it's the quarantine time and all of the barbers in Saudi Arabia have been told that they cannot cut people's hair. And also, I know because you drive a motorcycle that it makes your hair go up when you drive to the office. But I think your content's pretty cool. Let's do this. All right. So by August, I'd like to have one pay to play client. Is it you? They want to go through the system, but they don't want to share all their business on YouTube. Business secrets, the secrets. 268 secrets. How do you spell secrets on YouTube? Have a bare bone structure on Bubble.io as coding software. Okay, so now as you can see, these three outcomes are related to the reuses, right? So when I talked about reuses, we talked about customers, talked about providers, we talked about you know developing an app, and we talked about online course and corporate workshops. All right, so I'm not necessarily so the online course and the workshops, that's not that's a reuse. That's something that I'm going to do in the future. All right, so that's okay. So what is the outcome? So how do I do that in the future? All right, so I need experience. So record experiences and develop a method for teaching direct outcomes checklists. All right, so I can use that in order to create future content. Now, what is this Bubble.io? So some of you people know if you go to www.bubble.io, you can actually do computer coding without doing computer coding. So if you have like if you remember, so I'm like the perfect age where I remember MS-DOS. So I'm 40 years old, and I remember when computers came out, and you had to do like this MS-DOS thing, and it made no sense for me. Uh, I mean, it was fun to like put in like different codes and to see what would happen, and then I'd mess up my parents' computer, and then they'd get really angry, and then they'd have to go and get somebody to fix it. And then magically Windows came out. Once we had Windows, it was like, oh, now you just point and click and drag, and it was like it's much easier. And with Bubble, it's the same basic concept. So they've taken computer coding and they've turned it into like a point and click. There are a couple of places on the internet where you can get where you can take lessons. For example, I take lessons on zero code with a Q. So I'm a subscriber there, and there are also lessons on the Bubble IO website. Um, they don't have videos on their website, but I'm subscribed to the Zero Code because they actually give you lessons. There's someone that can walk you through each step of the way. And like I'm really into online courses, and that's the whole reason that I was inspired to make this channel. And so, what am I talking about when we're talking about software? Like, what is this whole process going to look like? All right, so here's a blank direct outcomes checklist page. So duplicate to make, what's going on here? All right, so let's click the front page. All right, so here we go. This is the basic screen that we're going to be working with together. It's called Create Crucial Insight. Now we're going to change this to to whatever your business is going to look like. All right, maybe you should I can show you mine. All right, so what am I doing today? I'm recording a video for YouTube. What I'm doing today. Things to work on regarding structure of Notion. All right, so right now, that's the whole thing is I'm working on some kind of structure. So I want to see if I can automatically populate other tables and fill in direct outcomes checklist for endeavors. All right, so the idea is, all right, so I got this Create Crucial Insight Connect. Actually, it's not called Create Crucial Insight Connect. It's called Space Between Ideas. Also, I need to create a landing page. Then I'm going to start to develop social media engagement. And then you have the Direct Outcomes app. All right, now the thing about Notion, the interesting thing about Notion is that you can create these pages within pages. You can create all kinds of interesting things. You can also put like this little picture up here. Here's the YouTube channel. So here's what I'm trying to do on YouTube. All right, so attract people to a live online video conference workshop and guide participants to talk about their businesses within the structure of the direct outcomes checklists. Wow, now you know all my secrets. All right, so now look, it's like you don't really, I can click this one and then there you go. All right, so now in Tom's book, there are direct outcomes in elements. There's something called do great. So that's when you actually start to do it. You have think well, and then you have be able. Okay, so potential. Now, these three different steps are connected with the state progress checklist. All right, so oops, I think it's a little too sensitive. All right, so reuses. As you saw on the on this page here, the top one is reuses, and then the next one is outcomes, and then actions, and then plans. You see, I've just taken those themes and put them directly into this table in Notion so that you can add the instances. It looks exactly the same. Here you go, instances. All right, and this way you don't have to write in the book. Now, I was just telling you earlier that there are other checklists that are connected to reuses. Okay, so if you click do great, so talking about creating effects, you have foster reuses, that's connected to reuses. And then you open up this one, and then you have your state synergies checklist. All right, that's what I just told you, the state synergies checklist. Now we click this checklist, and here we go. So clients. All right. So what are the reuses in the future? All right. So people who are interviewed, they could return in the future as paying customers. They could create word of mouth advertising. They could refer new customers. Oh no, you guys know everything. I just opened up my business to everyone. Well, that's the purpose of this channel. It's kind of feels weird though. All right. Viewers, okay, so people like you. So the audience be interviewed in a future program. Maybe you'll watch this video and you'll say, hey, you know, this sounds interesting. This is, I need someone to talk to me and help me work through this program because I really want to flesh out my business ideas. My cheek's starting to go red. Aid peers. Okay, so Tom. Okay, so we might discuss the interviews and it becomes the basis for a consulting company. Wow, you guys know everything. Those are talking about peers, providers. Okay, online streaming, YouTube. Write something down. Okay, probably I haven't finished everything. All right, past and future. Okay, change over time. Become a television program. Become corporate training. All right, other synergies. Sponsor. Okay, sign up as a customer. All right, so maybe there will be sponsors in the future, additional corporate training, partnership projects, other ads. All right, so I'm in the process of developing all of these different ideas. These are the future synergies. Okay, so what will the future look like if I'm successful within the first 3 months and the next 6 months and the next year and the next 2 years? These are the synergies that I will be able to reuse in the future. Okay, so let's bump back to this one. And then, as you can see, let's go back to, all right, so here we go, recognize outcomes. Oh, you couldn't see my face turning red. That's funny. All right, describe the results. Okay, so now we have recognize outcomes. All right, so recognize outcomes, as you can see, that's theme number 2. And then in the questionnaire, I put it up here, pretty simple, reach 1,000 YouTube subscribers. At least 2 people have gone through 80% of the checklists by mid-August, yada, yada, we've been through all of this. All right, so now we click the next one. Perform actions. Perform actions. All right. Um, oh, yeah. All right, so now recognize outcomes. That one, so although so there's like a little bit of difference here. Okay, so chat with guests, investigate what they're doing in their businesses, then record live discussion type YouTube show. All right, now that's specifically like Create Crucial Insight, the YouTube channel. And yes, it's true. I need to spend a little more time fleshing that out, and I would be happy to discuss those steps with you in the future. All right, so I'm going to close up this Notion page, but as you can see, I have there. No, I have, but Tom has checklists for each step of the state progress checklist, and it's quite sweet. There's the 11 checklists, of course. Now, state tendency is actually a connection of these 4 checklists here. So that's why there's more than 11. Also, you can see that state impact shows up 1, 2 times. State progress shows up 1, 2 times. And so that's why there's more than 11 pages here. But basically, we will go through each of these checklists. And then after you've been through, see, after you go through this state synergies checklist, as we just went through, then we take the main, like the most important or like a more concise description of those outcomes, of those instances, and then we write it in here. See, new clients, referrals, corporate training, content reaches a wider audience through a different media platform, new guests on the show, the basis for developing an automatized app. And this is the basis, okay? So the Notion, this is the basic structure for what I would like to create for a future app, okay? And this is what it's going to look like as I work with you on the YouTube channel. We will go through these things one at a time, and then slowly we'll be able to change things in order to suit your specific situation. Okay, so actions. Describe actions and steps you'll need to take to succeed. Now, rather than going back into my Notion page and like going through that whole process of those other checklists, see, this is the bare bones version, just the simple state progress checklist using some of these basic questions. So let's just get through the rest of this a little quicker. And yeah, so describe key actions and steps you need to take to succeed. What do I need to do? I need to find people to work with, learn how to code with Bubble. I need to improve my ability to work with Notion. I need to connect with people via social media and post videos. Right, those are the outcomes. This is like specific actions that I need to do. Click next. All right, plans. So let's go back to the book. Plans, 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 plans. Set the direction for implementation. All right, so as we plan, so we looked way out into the future of the reuses, and then we looked into the 3 months from now, the outcomes that we're working towards. Then I explained some specific actions that I needed to perform. Now these are based on plans, so we need to choose, we need to choose the plans. And how do we choose those plans? We have to build scenarios. So we can't really choose plans necessarily right now. I mean, I've already chosen plans to some degree. So let's see, do we say that? Describe your overall strategy, talk about the context that frames your project, and describe the metrics that are most important when creating a plan. Wow, who's going to do that? That seems like I got to write for an hour. Talk about the context. Okay, so I believe there are people that feel that want to move forward with their businesses and put my cheat sheet forward with their businesses, and they need someone to bounce ideas off of. I have a structure to help them think, and I think YouTube is a great place to share ideas and to gather people, and also make people more accountable and enable people to get more feedback and positive vibes as they succeed. Okay, that's context. Metrics. So what are metrics? Metrics. What are things that are important? Like, why would I do this rather than another way? All right, so overall reach. And like, which projects am I going to choose? Okay, so like some metrics when I choose somebody to be on the channel, I think what do I really want from people? So I'm really looking for people that they have specific uh, a specific area of expertise and need help with the management side. There's an E in management. All right, so also people that hope to grow their business and people that want to take on more responsibility. All right, so those are some of the specific metrics, okay? And intelligence, like I need people who are who are smart. So the whole thing, like the space between ideas, it's a YouTube video, so we don't want too much space between the ideas. So smart, smart people. I like smart people. All right, and I've helped a lot of people with these create crucial insight direct outcomes checklists. And some of the people they just don't get it. And I'm sure that a lot of people watching these videos will be like, "Ah, man, I just don't get it. What is he talking about?" And so it's true. Like there it is. It's thinking is tough. Okay, build scenarios. Develop scenarios that for your plans. Develop scenarios that for your plans. Oh boy. Okay. I wonder if it actually changed it in real time. Oh, it did. Fantastic. Thank you, Google. All right. Use relevant information to discuss possibilities for this project to move forward. Who can you talk to? All right. So now I'm going to stop the video here. This is part one of this video, and we're going to continue with in another video um, with page number 7. So with that, thank you, everybody. Let's see. Here we go. Thank you for watching the video today. Leave your comments below. Feel free to fill out a questionnaire. Remember, it may take you more than one day, just like it's taking me more than one day. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.